Hey guys, so I am back with my next video. Right now I feel like I'm recording off a 2010 Android. I don't know why this computer's webcams is like this, but new phone this month. But the second week of my um journey with you guys. I didn't realize how challenging this is to really talk on camera about your own mental health and things you're figuring out, especially if you've never really taken the time to do it. Yes, but I'm not gonna give up. This is what I wanted to do for myself, really. Um, and I feel like, it might help somebody. So, but anyway, I decided and was given some advice about writing out stuff so I can have a better flow while I'm talking. So I'm gonna do that with this. So the other day, I actually wanted to make make a video, because I was actually going in the motions at that time. Um, and sorry, I look really pretty today. Working on self-esteem stuff too. But either way, I couldn't really make sense in the video. And that's one thing I'm trying to do is like go through this process and make sense. So I'm not sure if I should just record it, and then do like a voiceover talking about what was going on that day or something. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure all that out. But anyway, so these are just some of the feelings and realizations I came up with and across that day, that I was going through all that. So one of them is holding on to others too tightly increases your anxiety, because you don't know how they feel. And that's a really big one for me because, especially growing up, just mention that really quickly and then jumping into adulthood, I've been a people pleaser. Like, I always wanted to give a version of myself that person needed. So, whether I wanted to be that person or not, like, I would put what someone else needs before me just so they could, feel good about themselves and see me as somebody that is dependable or whatever. Which, isn't bad being there for people, but when you do it in spite of yourself, like, in spite of yourself as in it's really going against your spirit, that's where it becomes a problem. And then if you're doing it really off the hope that, somebody will care about you after that, and, you know, they don't, it's like that builds up your anxiety until you find out that they don't. And then you're just heartbroken at that point. But all while you're trying to figure it out, you have anxiety through the roof because you're just this whole time trying to see, is this person gonna use you or, make you feel like shit, which usually happens when you go in like that and give to people that haven't been given to you. Or even if it's people that have been given to you, maybe it was a slow give and like you've put in so much over the years or time period, and you feel like it could be more at this point. Like, who knows? It just, when you do that for so long and then you just start changing yourself again, and that person's finally starting to catch up to different stuff, it can be kind of hard to go back to being that, you know, everything's okay person because they've already put you through hell and back. And this is about anybody in anyone's life. Like, it can be family that you've been trying to get close with for a long time, constantly the same thing with them. Then when you say fuck it, all of a sudden they want to do better. Or, friends, anybody. Um, Loving others more than you. more than yourself will have you looking crazy, i.e., not allowing yourself to do what benefits you so that you can do something that benefits someone else. That kind of ties into my last point, but in a sense, more of, I mean, no, it actually ties into my last point. So with the people pleasing, it could just be like you're a yes man type thing. And the same thing with this, but it's more of an extent of, not just you, but your resources too. Like, someone asks you for $100, you have it, but you wanted to invest in yourself. And, yeah, you might could see potential in what the other person's trying to do, but at the end of the day, like, especially if they have opportunities given to them and all this other stuff, like, they could have probably been had that, or they're not going to do something useful with it, or like different stuff like that. But because you want that person to look at you in a certain light, you do it. And then when they don't meet your expectations that you shouldn't have said anyway, then you're heartbroken. And then I just noted that, ignoring the signs of one, yourself, for being so passive aggressive in a sense of like, you hate what you're doing, but you keep doing it, as well as being an enabler. At the end of the day, that's always gonna um, screw you over and hurt you, because the person being enabled is always gonna get what they want from you, so they're not gonna be screwed over. Even if you do like leave them, they still got benefited all that you gave them. So it's best to do it as soon as possible, as soon as you recognize it. Talk to your friends. I know a couple years ago, or like over 4 years ago, 5 years ago now, and I was in this terrible situation. I didn't tell my friends what was going on because I wanted to seem good. Like, I wanted everything to be good. At the time, I didn't want to put pressure on what was going on in my life and just foolishness. And it cost me a lot. Like, it cost me a lot of peace. I'm not gonna say a lot of money. I mean, it did though, in a way. But either way, it just cost me a lot of time wasted, for one thing. So just be honest with the people around you that want better for you, not the ones that are enabling you to suffer or enabling you to not have the things you need in life. And also, I know in my situation, being that I am pregnant, I know a lot of what I feel is amplified because of that. Like the extra hormones that I'm trying to deal with, on top of, not many know, but I was diagnosed with depression at like 14 and been on and off medication until I was like 18. But either way, so depression doesn't just go away. It's actually a chemical imbalance in your brain. And so when I'm not taking care of myself, I become imbalanced. When I don't feed my body what it needs so I can produce those happy chemicals that my brain needs to balance me out, I get disproportion and start feeling crazy. Start crying uncontrollably, start thinking crazy thoughts, start wanting to do crazy things. It's just a bunch of things that you go through when your depression flares back up and you have an episode. And the best way to avoid that is to not ignore how you're feeling before that time comes. So, let me not drop this. But, and yeah, the best way to do that is just to be honest with yourself and those around you. I know in certain situations it feels like, like my situation about 5 years ago. Nobody wants to be alone and die alone and all the other stuff, but you should rather die alone than to die prematurely because you continue to fuck yourself over. And that is kind of harsh to say or put it like that, but it's really not. It's just the truth. Like, it's much better to be alone and well off than to constantly suffer with somebody else. And that's just something that like I said, I'm learning more about myself. Like, I'm learning, yeah, I like being alone, but I want to be in a healthy mindset when I'm alone. Like, I don't want to be wanting to be alone because I feel like the world hates me, and that's the imbalance part coming out. The, you know, can't think of the word, but like where you want to isolate yourself in a sense of you don't want to be here type thing. Like I mentioned in a previous video, it's not a good thing. I do have a couple tips that I wrote down to just try and maybe help myself, one, because I'm going through the journey right now. As I speak, I'm just kind of learning more about myself. I don't really know everything, so this is just videos to help myself and to try and help others. But you can always start by stepping away. If you live with family, I know it may be harder, so maybe try and go for a walk if you can't drive somewhere. Or, if you have somewhere you can stay. If you're a minor, I'm not really sure of too many options except, like, there has to be someone you can trust. Even if it's just one of your friends or journaling and just trying to maintain till you're old enough to get away. I know it's more difficult as a minor because you don't know what adults around you can trust. You don't know if they're going to run back to the adults you're having issues with. Different stuff like that. Because, like I said, I definitely understand and went through this as a minor. It's just I went through it in a way of being sneaky and trying to be somebody that everybody wanted to see. And that ate me alive inside. So I'm definitely not saying do that. In this generation, I feel like, ooh, this generation, I feel like, isn't for pretending about who they are, which is good. Like, I definitely recommend that. And I know y'all gonna, get better guidance when it comes to stuff. It's something else for another topic. But either way, just try and find a healthy way to, you know, manage your situation the best you can. Because it's different as a minor. You don't really have any places to go. You'll be listed as a runaway, all that type of stuff. So definitely praying for you babies. Um, Plan a vacation for yourself. Um, Even if it's just one night, like on a weekend or something, or just getting a babysitter for one day or one night, or something like that. I know everybody's situation is different. Again, if you're a minor, it may be more difficult. Um, so just try and think about what you might could do, or who you can talk to that can really get you help. I definitely feel for you when you feel alone, like there's nowhere to really go, no one to run to. Definitely understand that. But it gets better. It definitely gets better when you're able to move out, make your own money, and get that one bedroom or studio just as long as it's the place. I remember my first place. I didn't care where it was at, as long as it was mine. So you'll get there, believe me. It gets better. But yeah, with the vacation, I plan one for myself this month. Um, Excited, and I'll definitely make a video while I'm there. I'm gonna have my new phone by then. But anyway, yeah, just take time to really do something nice for yourself. Even if you can't do a day or a night, plan some hours just by yourself. Pampering yourself, soaking your feet. You don't have to go to the nail place to soak your feet. Just get you a tub of warm water, whatever. Just do whatever helps you relax. And do it as often as you can. I definitely recommend at least once a month. That's what I'm about to try and start doing. I know once I deliver, that might change slightly, but I'm gonna still make sure I get at least an hour to 2 hours a week by myself. If I can't get at least once a month of like a day or night and stuff to myself. Um, Ultimately, find peace when you're going through your episodes or flare ups and different things. For me, it's journaling. That's my form of meditation, just being able to get all my thoughts out and clear my head. And then I'm able to more clearly just relax in the moment. because ultimately meditation helps you stay in the moment. So whatever helps get you there. I know a lot of people like to pray. If you know me, you know I'm not religious, but prayer, manifestation, and speaking things into existence is stuff I believe in still. So if that helps you relax, by all means do that. Singing or even finding somewhere to yell at is very beneficial. Just try not to yell where people are gonna think something bad happened, because people might be thinking something wrong with you in a sense of like you need help. But either way, like, do whatever you need to do. If you have a chance to exercise or go boxing or something like that to release stress, do it. Most definitely do it. But I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. This video is not gonna be that long. I just wanted to speak on what I wanted to speak on the other day, but didn't get a chance to do it. Also, I think the way I'm gonna keep going with this series is just kind of analyzing myself throughout the week, and one, realizing what mental health issues I have, and then working on those, and documenting it as I do it. Because I know I have a form of anxiety, I have a form of attachment issues, and have depression. I don't claim those in the sense of, that's me, that's who I am. I just know that when I'm imbalanced and not at peace, those become me. I become those things. I just need to nurture that part of myself to get it back balanced. I definitely think eating healthier will help too. I'm gonna probably get more into that in another video, about that. And yeah, this is pretty much what it's gonna be. But I love y'all, and I will talk to y'all later. I had to come back real quick. I'm new to this, but go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you're interested in more content like this, and follow me on my journey. I do post weekly, so you'll see something again next week. But I don't know how long I'm gonna do this series, but I'm gonna just do it until I feel like it's time to quit it. But definitely hit the like button as well, and comment anything below you want me to talk about, want me to shut up about, just your thoughts, whatever it is. Now, bye.